Hey guys, welcome back. So this is the Jabra Evolve2 75, one of a few different Jabra products that they sent over. So a very big shout out and thank you. Now they actually sent it to me quite a while ago, but I've had quite a few delays, and yes, COVID was actually one of them. But yeah, like I said, a whole range of different Jabra products, and I'll be testing them out one by one. So if you want to check that out, do remember to subscribe so you don't miss those reviews. But yeah, I wanted to review this first because honestly, out of all the different products that Jabra sent over recently and all the Jabra products that I've reviewed or even used in the last few years, this might actually be my absolute favorite. But yeah, I've been using Jabra products quite a lot. I mean, I've reviewed a whole bunch of them. I use them on a daily basis. I also use them a lot in my day job. I've got the Jabra Speak 410. I've had a few Jabra headsets that were all targeted towards businesses. I think it's called the Evolve 65, even the 45 as well, or Evolve 40, a whole bunch of different headsets. And a lot of them I actually bought with my own money. They weren't reviewed or they weren't sent over for me for review. A lot of them I had even before I started this channel. But yes, I have a whole range of different Jabra products, some meant for businesses, some meant for home. But I've always wanted something that was sort of in between, something that was really good and had all the qualities of a headset that was meant for business use. And at the same time, I could bring it around, I could bring it out, I could use it wherever I wanted to, and I wouldn't look out of place. And with this Jabra Evolve2 75, they have finally done it. Now, first up, let's talk about the unboxing. Obviously, you get the headset, you do get a USB cable, and it's a USB-C cable. You also get your usual, manuals and all that, but you also get a really nice pouch like this, which is really good. It's not a super protective one, it's a soft case, but still really good quality. Now, one thing I'm on the fence about is the dongle. Now, with all my other wireless Jabra headsets for business use like the Evolve 40, Evolve 65, they've always come with a what they call a Jabra Link, which was a USB-A dongle. Now with the Jabra Evolve2 75, it comes with a dongle as well, but it comes with this USB Type-C dongle, which sort of restricts its use quite a bit. Now I think Jabra should actually have stuck with the USB-A dongle, or at least got you a converter, and I actually had to go and buy this. So this is a USB Type-C to Type-A converter. So I had to buy this because my desktop in my office doesn't have a USB Type-C port. So I had to get that. Well, the good thing is that it's a very cheap fix. I got one on Amazon and it comes in a pack of 4 for like less than $8. But yeah, obviously this is not a deal breaker, but it would have been nice if it came with the adapter already. Now talking about the build quality, with Jabra products, right from the very start, I have always had zero complaints. They've always been really well built. They haven't felt extremely heavy. Even the Jabra Elite 85H that I reviewed 2-3 years ago, that was one of the heaviest Jabra headsets that I've ever reviewed, but with that it came with super long battery life. And even then, it wasn't too heavy. This is a lot lighter, but still feels really premium. You do get a lot of plastic, but it's a very good quality plastic. The cushions are really nice, both on the band and on the ear cups as well. And of course, yes, the ear cups are replaceable. And one thing I like about Jabra, their replacement cups are actually quite affordable. And of course, to reinforce the entire headset, the sides are actually made of metal, and a really nice one. Again, it's got a nice sort of a matte finish. Overall, I think on design, and I'll talk a bit more about the design later on, I would say definitely an A+. Now talking about the features, which also kind of related to the design. Now, one of the clear defining features of the Jabra Evolve2 75, and if you've had some business Jabra headsets before, you know that every single Jabra headset made for business use always has that boom arm, which is great because one of the qualities you want is really not just the mic quality, but the noise cancelling feature as well. And with Jabra headsets, with those boom arms, they've been second to none. But of course, with consumer headsets, you don't really have that. Usually you just get mics sort of built into the cups. Maybe noise cancelling not as great, but it really wasn't the focus. Now with the Jabra Evolve2 75, it sort of found a middle ground, and honestly, I love it. Now if you look here, you don't really see a boom arm, but really it actually does have one. You can bring it down here, and you get your boom arm here for your microphone, and it's got fantastic noise quality, and you're gonna hear that mic test later on. But yeah, and not just that, right? So you can actually put it back here, And then when you bring it out, it doesn't stick out. It's not going to be sticking at the side. You can't really tell. You have your controls over here as well to switch on the headset, to pair it. You also have your buttons, to skip your tracks and all that, to answer phone calls. You also have a dedicated button to choose between your active noise cancelling and without it, or even hear through. And speaking of hear through, now when I reviewed a few headsets with noise cancelling from Jabra, like the Elite 85H, in general, and this isn't just exclusive to Jabra, but I've never really been a fan of hear-through because a lot of brands don't really do it right. Like, you can hear the ambient surroundings, which is great, but a lot of times they are a little amplified, so even walking on the ground sounds just as loud as, like, for example, a car passing by. I would have to say the hear-through on this headset is actually the best so far. It is very natural, pretty close to what I would hear if I didn't have headphones on. So Jabra, once again, well done. Now, talking about some of the other features apart from ANC or active noise cancelling. Now, yes, this is a business headset as well as a consumer-in headset. So you do get features of both. So like, for example, this is actually licensed, or I think certified, to use with Microsoft Teams, and I have used it in Microsoft Teams, and it's actually pretty good. You do get some additional features like how you answer your phone call and things like that. I'm not going to go through too much in detail, but then obviously you got your active noise cancelling and all those other things that you want when you're outdoors on the road. And of course, like a lot of the new Jabra apps, this is actually compatible with the Sound Plus app made by Jabra with a whole bunch of features. You got your EQ features, you can actually adjust your headset, whether to turn ANC on and off, along with a whole bunch of other features. So if you do get this headset, or any new Jabra headset for that matter, the Sound Plus app is a must-have. Now, in terms of battery life, Jabra, you gotta tell me, how on earth did you squeeze in 36 hours of battery life on something this small? These are not even over-the-ear headphones. When I reviewed the Jabra Elite 85H, that gave around the same battery life, but those headphones are huge compared to these ones. But these give you the same battery life. I just don't understand it. They're not heavy. It's incredible. And yes, I have tested it with ANC on. Yeah, that's about the battery life you're gonna get.
Hey, okay, so I am walking along the park now. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Yeah. So I'm walking along here. You're hearing the audio that's coming from the boom mic. So just to confirm, you can see, yep, this is the boom mic. I'm right next to the road. It's pretty noisy, but yeah, we'll see how the mic does well with noise cancelling. All right, so the Evolve 275 has another party piece, all right? So now, obviously, I'm using the boom mic again, just to confirm. Okay, I'm not using the mic on my phone. Now, I can actually choose. So if you don't want to have this boom mic sticking out while you're out and about and talking to someone on the phone, there is another mic that's built into the ear cup, right? And I think it's built into both. So it also has a bit of noise cancelling, maybe not as good as the one on the boom mic, but still pretty good. So there is a button at the boom mic itself. It's called the voice button. So I'm gonna bring the boom mic up. That's gonna mute it, and then I'm gonna press that button, and it will switch. So, yep, and now I have pressed the voice button on the boom mic. It's up, but now it's using different mics that are on the ear cups. And maybe noise cancelling not as good, but hey, voice quality wise, still really, really good.
And again, Jabra has never disappointed me when it comes to the quality of their microphones, whether it's a consumer headset or whether it's a business one. What I will say though, that the fact that they managed to maintain that sort of mic quality with the active noise cancelling on the microphone in something that is meant to be sort of a hybrid is absolutely incredible. And as you heard with the boom mic, obviously it sounds fantastic. The amount of noise cancelling that it got, despite the fact that I did the recording right next to a busy road, is absolutely incredible. When you switch to the one that is built into the ear cup, quality-wise still really good. The noise cancelling isn't as good, but I will still say it's a lot better than some other headsets that I've tested. Alright, and now about audio quality. Now I'm gonna preface it by saying that I have always preferred over-the-ear headphones rather than those that rest on your ears. Now the two main reasons for that is that number one, over-the-ear headphones offer much better isolation. And two, because they are over-the-ear headphones, they're usually bigger, they also have bigger drivers. One thing I will say though, this has 40mm drivers, which some over-the-ear headphones actually use. So they squeezed that in, so that was great. Now isolation, I would say because It's got active noise cancelling. It is right up there with a lot of over-the-ear headphones. And audio quality, I have to say, it is great. Again, it is really good. It is really full-bodied. You're able to get the sort of bass that doesn't sound fake. It's really clean. That's kind of rare for headphones, that sit and rest on your ear rather than over-the-ear headphones. So great job there. My one single gripe I would have is that it doesn't really get as loud as I would want to. Now, using it in the office in a relatively quieter environment compared to outdoors is not an issue at all. I'm not sure if Jabra did that to sort of lengthen the battery life, but I wish it allowed me to make it louder, and even if it gave me a warning and said that this would reduce the battery life, I don't care. I would just like the option. Alright, so let's talk about the price. So the Jabra Evolve2 75, it is not a budget option. I wouldn't even consider it a mid-range option. The Jabra Evolve2 75 comes in at about $384 US. Now yes, I totally agree that is a pretty penny to pay for a headset, even a premium one. I actually think that it is worth the money, and if you have the budget, the Jabra Evolve2 75 has to be one of your first options, especially when you're considering the fact that this is something that you could use in the office and outdoors with zero compromises. And because of that, the Jabra Evolve2 75 is going to get a 4 out of 5 stars and a Technobabble recommended logo. Alright, so that about wraps up my review of the excellent Jabra Evolve2 75. Now, if you like this video, you know what to do, and I would love it if you were subscribed to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications on our next video. I'm JP, and I'll see you real soon.